Creature Comforts was published in 2022 by KTBG. It was designed by Roberta Taylor and illustrated by Shauna J.C. Tenney. KTBG provided this in exchange for an honest review. In several rounds, depending on the short or long game, 1 to 5 players place workers and dice to activate locations in order to collect goods and/or resources and build comforts and/or improvements. Players simultaneously roll their colored family dice, place workers, and then the current player rolls the shared village dice. Place all dice in order to activate locations in the order of your choosing. Do not adjust the village dice. Remove workers and dice as you activate. Once done, the next player plays their family and the village dice. Continue until the round ends. Each season, the Valley's Forest and Meadow will have different thematic locations to access. Not every resource will be available, but there's a market if you're desperate. Some improvements, glades add a dice spot for other players to visit. If they visit your field, for example, you get grain as well. To show it's yours, place your little cottage on it. Other improvements will give you various powers to use. If improvements or comforts are taken, refill right away. Goods, coins, and stories are worth points at the end, but the real points come from crafting things. As you can see, some can rack up big combos. A unique traveler visits each round. In addition to their special rule that applies during the round, this can be a great way to grab a bunch of goods at a discount or rarer resources such as books and coins. Once the final round ends, flip over your home board. Earn points based on the number of improvements built. See why you place your cottages on them? Every 3 goods earn you a point, as does every single coin. Stories are worth 2 points. Most of your points will come from your crafted comfort cards. The player with the most points wins. There are some other rules such as the plus-minus mitigation tokens earned when you are unable to resolve workers, but this gives you the general idea. To break it down, roll dice, place workers, and get resources to craft cards to score points. That's Creature Comforts. Our games of Creature Comforts, including Setup and Takedown, have been 65 minutes for the short game and 75 minutes for the long game. I prefer playing with 4 people. Refreshing cards mitigates bad luck at the draw, and unlike Everdell, locations aren't blocked by opponents. On the other hand, changing cards may change your plans. You need about 3 feet by 4 feet to play this game to account for the large center board, supply piles, and player areas. Most 6-year-olds could understand the basic rules, but the short, mid, and long-term planning may overwhelm if new to modern games. Experienced 7-year-olds may be fine. Clever kids a year or 2 older may be able to be adults. Creature Comforts workers are adorable and easy to manipulate. The other components are good. I especially like the score track on the back of your home board, and the hilltop tile means dice can be passed around the table easier. In my hands, I'm likely to accidentally rotate dice. Oh, and the first player marker is a worm. Get it? The early bird gets the worm? There are some odd graphic design choices. Coin and wild good icons are rather similar, and both can get lost against the tan and brown backgrounds this game uses. Early on, you may also mix up stone and yarn depending on lighting and your seat position. Finally, the worker and family die icons and glades are tiny. Seeing as these show the card's rules, shouldn't they be more obvious? Despite these annoyances, the rules are easy to teach and learn, so if everything doesn't click in your first game, you'll probably be fine during your second. There's a rule summary on the back of the rulebook to keep you organized. The box isn't as small as, say, Adventure Mart, but it's not going to break your back if you carry it to a friend's place. As you saw in my gameplay video, you roll your 2 family dice, then place your workers. You have at least a bit of information to inform your choices, but there is uncertainty until the village dice are rolled. If you don't or can't resolve a worker at a location, the lesson learned you gain lets you tweak a die's face in a future round. Just place the token or tokens on or near the die. Do not adjust the actual die. The board also has a handful of spaces where any die could be used, so one way or another, you're either resolving or getting mitigators. Just know that these tokens won't save you from many rounds of bad luck. Unlike in Everdell or other games where players can block one another, the only restriction is that you can't double up in a location. This makes things easier for young players, but takes away the interesting choices I tend to enjoy in modern games. There are games like Dogs where the first location gets the best reward, the second gets a lesser one, and so on. Depending on player count, these lock after a certain number of players visit. Despite the lack of tough decisions, you may get analysis paralysis if someone took the improvement or comfort you wanted, or you're trying to work out traits to make the one combo card you have more valuable. APs when you freeze when making decisions. Anyhow, you'll likely be focused on your own game while others make their turns, so overall player interaction is very low. Although the creature's comforts give the game name a cute pun, the truly clever cards are the improvements. Grab an Almanac to use this token as a permanent lesson learned token. Use the tool shed to gain access to all cards in the workshop instead of being tied to the die used. Use the scale to make one-to-one trade before following the market's usual prices. The bicycle lets you move a worker to a different location at the start of your turn. Take that, Dice Luck. Creature Comforts is a word replacement game with dice rolling, set collection, and card drafting. I was excited to try Creature Comforts because I hoped it was a shorter version of Everdell, a great game for families, but it takes 90 minutes. It isn't. The full game takes almost as long as Everdell, but player decisions and choices aren't as interesting or tough. I didn't feel rewarded after any of my 5 wins, and honestly, felt bored often. The short game cuts almost half an hour off, but leave things feeling too short. Like it ends just when you finally have a little engine going. This game had good ideas, but unfortunately falls short of greatness. If you like Everdell or its adorable appeal, but feel it's too complicated for your gaming group, this might be the game for you.